This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(1:15). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Niranjan Abesundara. Litro increases LP gas prices. Sri Lankan President scheduled to attend the G77 in Cuba and the UNGA in New York. Red alert has been issued in landslide to the Ratnapura, Ahaliagada and Ratnapura district due to the onset of the southwest monsoon. More than 200,000 people have left for foreign employment by yesterday. Disaster Management Centre says more than 98 persons of 28 families in the 3 districts have been affected by the prevailing heavy rains. Measures will be taken to reduce the prices of chicken in order to provide concession to the consumers. In world news, US President Biden disappointed that Chinese President will not attend G20 summit. The prices of 12.5 kilo domestic litro gas cylinder has been increased by 145 rupees with effect from today. Litro Lanka Chairman Murthapiris said, according to the new retail price, our 12.5 kilo gas cylinder will be 3,127 rupees. 5 kilo gas cylinder has been increased by 58 rupees and 2.3 kilo cylinder has been increased by 26 rupees from tonight. According to the new retail price, our 5 kilo gas cylinder will be at 1,056 rupees and the price of 2.3 kilo will be set at 587 rupees. Mr. Pires highlighted the significant increase of over $100 per metric ton of gas in the international market. Gas price was increased due to the global prices, he said. President Ranil scheduled to leave the island on the 13th of this month to attend the G77 summit in Cuba, the United Nations General Assembly in New York later this month. The President will participate in the G7 summit, which will be held in Havana on the 15th. Afterward, the President will travel to New York to join the 78th annual session of the United Nations General Assembly beginning on the 19th of this month and will address the event on the 21st of September. In Havana as well as in New York, President Ranil will hold official-level discussions with many world leaders who are coming there to participate in those conferences. A senior intellectual of the National Building Research Institute, Dr. Vasanta Senadira, says the red alert has been issued on landslide to the Ratnapura, Ahaliagada and Ratnapura district due to the onset southwest monsoon. This announcement was issued at 10:30 last night and will be effective till 10:30 p.m. today. The public have been informed to remove from these areas. Meanwhile, landslides warnings have been issued to the 4 districts in Ireland. Accordingly, warnings have been issued to the Ingiriya, Bonat-Sinhala areas of the Kaltura district, Ratnapura and Kuruvita of the Ratnapura district, Varagapura district, Secretary Division of the Kagala district. Meanwhile, the water level of Nilvala and Ginganga have increased. Director of Disaster Management Unit of the Irrigation Department, SPC Sugrivassara, said, they request the public to refrain from bathing. More than 200,000 people have left for foreign employment by yesterday following registration with the Sri Lankan Bureau of Foreign Employment. Accordingly, a total of 2,026 people have left the country for foreign employment by last evening, it said. Meanwhile, a total of 311,000 people had left for foreign employment last year, which is recorded as the highest number. Expected the number of people leaving for employment to exceed 300,000 this year. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Disaster Management Centre says that more than 98 persons of 28 families in 3 districts have been affected by the prevailing heavy rains. Kaltura district has been reported as the most affected. 50 persons are the 15 families affected by inclement weather. Highest rainfall of 150 millimeters is recorded from the Kukulingam area during the last 24 hours. And that was local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
A discussion between Minister Nalin Fernando and Association of the Poultry Traders is now being held in Colombo. The Minister that no successful response had been received to reduce the prices of poultry products. However, he told of SLBC measures will be taken to reduce the prices of chicken in order to provide concession to the consumers. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
On to Watchlight, 2 freezers of the mortuary of the Maraga District Hospital are inactive for several days owing to the improper maintenance. It is the reason the dead bodies have been sent to mortuary at Simbalandu Basic Hospital. High official of the hospital said that this has been informed to the relevant companies to repair the 2 freezers. That came to you in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
Say no more to moving and paying rent. Get a home loan from Commercial Bank at the lowest interest rate and get a home of your own.
Which Bhatta are you in now?
In Javatta, in my own house.
US President Biden disappointed that Chinese president will not attend G20 summit. Typhoon Haikui, dozens injured after storm sweeps Taiwan. Ukraine Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov dismissed. And now to the world new details. US President Joe Biden has said he is disappointed that his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping plans to skip the upcoming G20 summit in India. Chinese Premier Li Qiang is expected to represent Beijing at the summit in New Delhi this week. Reuters said, I'm disappointed, but I'm going to see him, Mr. Biden told reporters yesterday, but did not say when that meeting will take place. The 2 leaders last met at the summit in Indonesia last year. But Xi had earlier said he would travel to the Indian capital for the meeting, but China's foreign ministry would not confirm his attendance when asked to do so at regular press briefing on Thursday. More than 40 people were injured in Taiwan after Typhoon Haikui ripped across the island, uprooting trees and forcing thousands to evacuate. The storm made landfall on Sunday on the east coast, was the first to directly hit the island in 4 years. With torrential rain and high wind, 2 people in a larger region were hurt after a falling tree hit their car. Dozens others were injured mainly by falling debris, officials said. Today, clean-up crews were working on restoring services after 160,000 homes lost power yesterday, but so far there are no reports of major structural damage. Ukraine Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov has been dismissed from the post, current leader Volodymyr Zelensky has announced. Reznikov had led the ministry since before the start of Russia's full-scale invasion in February 2022. But in his nightly address, President Zelensky said it was time for new approaches to the defense ministry. Rustem Umerov, who runs Ukraine's State Property Fund, has been nominated by Mr. Zelensky as Reznikov's successor. The state believed that the ministry needs new approaches and other forms of interaction, both with military and society as a whole, the Ukraine president said in his address from the capital Kyiv. Back to the headlines of the world news. US President Biden disappointed that Chinese president will not attend G20 summit. Typhoon Haikui, dozens injured after storm sweeps Taiwan. Ukraine Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov dismissed. That was World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
This message is for all the kids between the ages of 4 and 16 who love to draw. Commercial Bank's Arunalu Sittam is back once again. This time, the competition is also open to Sri Lankan kids currently living abroad. First, second and third place prizes will be awarded along with special merit and merit certificates. For more information, visit the Commercial Bank website. We have so many prizes to be won.
Development News is brought to you by
Job opportunities for well-experienced housemaids and home cooks in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait for ages 40 to 58 years. Salary 125,000 rupees. Contact 037 7500 500.
A significant stride towards revitalizing Sri Lanka gem and jewelry industry was taken at the Sri Lanka Gem and Jewelry Association and the Faculty of Engineering at the University of Sri Jawaharlal joined hands to the momentous Memorandum of Cooperation signing ceremony. This dramatic event unfolded within the distinguished premises of the University's Senate boardroom on the 23rd of last month. That was Development News.
Job opportunities for women from Deshakti Lanka in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait and Oman. Housemaids and home cooks in Saudi Arabia, ages 40 to 58 years. Arabic speaking and well experienced home cooks. Salary 125,000 rupees. Interviews are now on with foreign agents. You can travel overseas free of charge now. Branches Colombo, Kurunegala, Anuradhapura and Matara. Contact number 0377 500 500. Deshakti Lanka Foreign Employment Agency.
To sports news, another match on the A group of the Asian Championship Cricket Tournament will begin at Palakkad Stadium at 3 p.m. today. India and Nepal will compete. Fast bowler Jasprit Bumrah of the Indian A team will not participate in today's match, but he will play at the Super 4 round of the tournament. That came to you in sports news.
Go ekak thiyana youth ekat life ke change ekat niyamata set wenna as wahagena dakapu hina habe karanna youth ekat niyamata set wenna friendship ekamenna.
The all new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Pratap Chartered Valuations team was honoured with the Valuation Team Award at the RIC South Asia Awards 2023. This award underscores the firm's commitment to provide exceptional property valuation and advisory services. A decade of excellence in addition to the Valuation Team Award, event marked Pratap Chartered Valuations' 10 years of dedicated service in the property valuation sector, exemplifying precision, trust and unwavering dedication. Elegance in achievement was a heartful appreciation for all who have contributed to Pratap Chartered Valuation journey of excellence. Event brought together esteemed professionals, industry experts and partners whose support has been instrumental in their success.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth ekat life ke change ekat niyamata set wenna as wahagena dakapu hina habe karanna youth ekat niyamata set wenna friendship ekamenna.
The all new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
To economic news, the Sri Lanka and Australia Chamber of Commerce is pleased to unveil an unprecedented initiative that promises to further strengthen the long-standing friendship between Sri Lanka and Australia. Accordingly, under the banner of a journey of exploration, an exhilarating series of events is set to unfold as the Chamber expects to host the high-profile Australian Trade Delegation 2023. The series of events is expected to be a captivating blend of exploration, cultural immersion and economic collaboration designed to forge stronger bonds between the two nations. That is economic news.
Weather report.
Shower thunder showers at occur at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa, southern, central and northwestern provinces. Heavy showers are expected at some places in the western Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Galle, Mathura and Noda districts. A few showers are likely in Jaffna, Mannar and Anuradhapura district. Fairly strong winds about 45 km/h can be expected at times in the western slope of the Central Hills, western, southern, northwestern, northern and north central provinces. That was the weather report. And back to the headlines of the news. Litro increases LP gas prices. Sri Lankan President scheduled to attend the G77 in Cuba and the UNGA in New York. Red alert has been issued on landslide to the Ratnapura, Ahaligada and Ratnapura district due to the southwest monsoon. More than 200,000 people have left for foreign employment by yesterday. Disaster Management Centre say that more than 90 persons or 28 families in 3 districts have been affected by the prevailing heavy rains. Measures will be taken to reduce the prices of chicken in order to provide concession to the consumers. In world news, US President Biden disappointed that Chinese president will not attend the G20 summit. With that, we end the afternoon news at Radio Sri Lanka.